Hello guys, good day and welcome back to my channel. So this is just a quick tutorial on how to make this high slit summer dress. So this is my fabric. I'm working with 2.5 years, that is 2.5 years of fabric here. But I'll just advise you to get 3 years or 3.5 fabric because I tried my best to manage this fabric. So I just have it on fold, like I just folded it into two, not your regular bias form the way you fold your flare. I just folded this into two because I'm trying to manage the fabric. So if you don't have enough fabric, just work with this my method. So I just folded it. The next thing is to get your radius. I went down by 7 inches, but I noticed that 7 inches didn't give me my waist, my round waist. So I had to like go down by 11 inches. Then I went round by 11 inches, which gave me 16. That is my round waist, which is 32 divided by 2 is 16. So I went round by 11 inches. It gave me 16. Then it also gave me extra 1 inch. I my round waist, everything is 17 inches. That 17, that 1 inch is for the um zipper allowance on for the back. Then another 1 inch for the slit allowance. That is, when you cut out a slit, you have to join it back and you have to give it an allowance for you not to run shortage. So that was what I did here. So after everything, you just cut it out. If you notice, this is not in a bias one, you just unfold in a two equal part. So after cutting it out, now I'll now fold it again. What the way I'm doing it this way, now it will look as if you folded it in a bias form. But before that, I will measure to get my length because I bought this. This was meant to be 3 years, but it has some dents which I later removed. Then I ended up with the 2.5 yards. So this didn't give me the length that I wanted, but it's okay. So you just fold it again. Now having it in a bias form. Remember that. Note that this is the back and the front that I'm cutting together. So once you fold it, you just have it into two equal parts. You will notice that some parts are shorter. It's okay because I will be adding a fabric to that. That is the only way I will achieve that length that I want, is to add another fabric, is to join fabric to that part. So this is it. Just place everything, make sure that everything aligns together and make sure that it's equal. So once you have it folded this way, you now determine the length you want for your gown. You remove your half length. My half length is 17. So once you remove your half length, I want to use the full tape. And if you are seeing this, you will notice that some parts are short. So I just got my 60 inches. If you are taller, you can make it. You should know your length. But I use total of 60 inches. That is the full tape, which came out really long, like the way I want it to flow. So I'm just going to take that 6 inches round to make that circle, just to get the circle part. So I'll place it from the waist part, then take it round. Remove your half length, then get your full length. So if you really want it to flow very well, you can use 60, 61, 62, like to get that full length. So after just getting it like this, you can just take the circle around and cut it out. That is it. So whatever, why I said let me cut the front part, the down part first. So whatever pieces I have left, that is what I'm going to use for the upper part. So you don't really need much fabric for the upper part. Then the sleeve, from the dent, the 3 years dent or what, that was where I got my sleeve from. So you just cut this part. Whatever fabric you have left, that is what you should manage. That is if you are managing your fabric for this style. I made it for myself, so that's why I said that I managed it. So it's not for a client, this is for me. So you just trim it that very well. So just cut it out. Then this is the fabric. I try it from the dent part. This is the part. If you notice, you see that some part, that part is white and all that. So but it doesn't mind as long as you are joining it to the down part. So this is the fabric that I'm going to join to the down part. I'll just trim it to align very well. So after everything, after cutting out the fabric that you are going to join, the next thing is to place your fabric together. Make sure that everything is equal, make sure that it aligns together. So you just want to make sure that everything is placed together equally, because I'm going to separate the front from the back. So I want to cut it open, so I'm making sure that everything, the parts aligns very well, even the zipper allowance. So that is the zipper allowance that I'm trying to bring out. So the next thing is to slit it open. Slit it open. Sorry, the camera didn't really show me starting from the down part, but this is the way that you're going to slit. So the close part is the, you should have two pieces for the back, then one for the front. So this is the two piece for the back. You now fold it to cut the zipper, sorry, notch the zipper allowance for you to know. So I'm just going to notch 1 inch for the zipper allowance. So this is the back. You don't have any problem, we are just done with the back. And the mistake I made, it was that I will the front, this is the front part, the front came out with the joining stuff, so I would have made the back to have the joining, but it was a mistake. From So you fold your fabric into two. You fold it, this is the front one that I'm working on. You fold it just to get the middle part, just to get the middle point. Once you get the middle point, from that middle point you will measure out 5 inches from the center that is unfold, that is from your center front. You measure 5 inches down. This is a circle skirt, so if you are going to measure 5 inches down, you will make a mistake. So from that place, from the waist part, you just measure 5 inches, then use your straight ruler to connect it down. So that was what I did. So when you're done marking out your slit line, you have to open it up, like open up your fabric, then slit that part open, then cut the slit part. I wanted to drag it, but I noticed that the fabric is not that strong, so I just had to use my scissors to follow the line. Don't make this type of mistake. So just follow the line and cut it out straight. Please don't just drag it, especially if you are working with this kind of light fabric. So just cut it through this way, just open it up this way. So this is what you should have. You That's why you brought it. So this is where you are going to join it. That's why I asked you to bring out your 1 inch slit allowance. So we are done with the down part. We are going to be working with the upper part. So this is just your normal basic bodies. That's your shoulder basic bodies. Now to get the off shoulder, I went down from the shoulder line. I went down by 5 inches. Then I connected it straight, just straight, because I'm yet to cut out the neckline. So just have it straight like this. So this is the parts we are going to be working on. So I will get the fabric. If you notice, I just have pieces left. So get your fabric, place it on fold, then cut out the back. This is the back that I'm just cutting out before working on the front part. So just remove your 1 inch zipper allowance also. I'm trying to pin it down. Get your 1 inch zipper allowance. I'm just trying to get the part that will just be okay, that will give me what I want. Just this is it. Just place it, cut it out, and remember to bring out your zipper allowance, your 1 inch zipper allowance. So you just pin it to your fabric so that it doesn't move. Just hold it down with your pin, then you just cut this the down part. Remember that you are doing your, you remove your of 1 inch, go up at the center back by 1 inch to, then connect it slantly to the side seam, just to remove any bulging for the zipper. Then I measure to get my 1 inch zipper allowance. So this me getting my 1 inch zipper allowance, and I'm here to cut the neckline for the back. I just want to cut it out first, then separate it, because I'm still going to use that to cut the front, the pattern to cut the front. So I don't want to cut the back neckline now until I finish cutting it out on the fabric. Then I will now cut the neckline on the fabric. So this is it. just cut exactly what you have. Then once you separate them, once you separate it from the fabric, you can now cut your this thing. So I still went down by half inch. That is how off I want it. That is to say that I went down by 5.5 instead of 5 inches. So not your zipper allowance. That is what I did here. So you now determine the kind of neckline you want for the back and how deep you want the back. So I'm going to minus that 5 inches to go down by 8 inches. I went down by 8 inches, then I connected it slightly. Watch how I'm connecting it. I just wanted to have that curve. So your neckline depends on the kind of style you want or how you want it. So this is my back. Then I'll still notch my 1 inch zipper allowance. Notch is for you to know the zipper part. So we are done with the back. So the next thing now is to work with the front. That's why I say you should always notch your zipper part. Sorry, I didn't know that this has stopped recording. So this is the front now, and let me just explain what I did to achieve this. That is the free part. So but let me just cut the sleeve, then cut it out and show you. So this is the sleeve, is folded this way, and you know we don't have enough fabric again, so I'm just going to cut the sleeve. I have the 2 pieces for the sleeve before cutting the down part, before cutting, using what I have to cut the top, the front top. So this is it, off 5.5, and I'm going to add that band too. Off 5.5, I have 17 plus that band, everything will give me maybe 19. I have 17 plus the folding allowance and everything. I'll still shorten. So let me just shorten it. I have both sleeves together. Maybe shortage and things like that. So the length of the sleeve is all 5.5 plus all 5.5. I have maybe, let me see, 17. I'm going to add this thing, elastic and that band. So the wideness is 17. The wideness is 17 plus 75. So that is the wideness that I cut it out. I'm cutting the 2 sleeves together. So I'll slit it open because I have the 2 sleeves. I'll bring the front ankle just to create this ankle now. I'll remove a little from the allowance. So I didn't know that my camera stopped recording. I'll show you guys how I jig this front. But let me. So here is the front. I'm going to cut the neckline. I just drafted everything. So please make sure you add 1 inch zipper allowance like the back. I forgot to add that out. So the next thing now, from this down part, I'll go up by 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. I'll go up by 1.5 inches also. Then from this part now, I'll come down by maybe 7 inches. Then I'll connect it to this 1.5 inches. I'll connect it in a V form, like in a V shape. So this is what I have. I'll cut it should be in a V shape. So maybe I'll just give it a little curve, just this curve doesn't, maybe go down by half inch or 1 inch, just a little front curve. I'm just doing that to trim out this thing that I have. So you should have something like add 1 to half inch zip allowance here. So this is what we'll have for the front. I don't have enough fabric again to do this. So this is what I have for the front. So this is what I have for the front. You're going to fold this place and put anything that you want there. So this is what I have for the front. I really want to put an allowance, because if you don't put allowance, you will run short edge. You will run short edge of fabric. But this is how it should look. This is how your front should look. You can use the same fabric to line it, but I don't have, I might turn it out with bias. And you can have here unfold if you don't want to join it. So I'm still going to manage my material and do it. So the next thing now is to cut the same lining. If you have the lining, turn this out, turn this place out. That is what I'm going to do. I'll just do that and show you the outcome. So after joining it, I'm done joining it, and there is after done I'm done joining it with the lining, turning it with the lining. The next thing now is to join both sides, that is the back and the front. Join their sides together using 1/2 inch or whatever allowance you brought out, and also join your zipper allowance. So this is it. And I forgot to tell you to cut a straight strap that you're going to use for the front, like your drawstring, what you are going to use to draw your strong your what you are going to use to put your front together. So once you are done joining the lining, the front lining, just run a straight stitch of 1/2 inch. That is where you're going to pass your strap. That is your string. That's where you're going to pass it. This one I've done it already. So just once you close it, once you run the 1/2 inch, then you pass it with your safety pin. So this is how you are going to this is how it's going to look when you pull it. So to join the center front, that is the two fronts together, just bring both, you just bring them together, then join with, that is right side facing each other, then join with join it with 1/2 inch or whatever allowance you have. Then that is just it. So this is the way you are going to insert your this thing. Just open it up. This is it, please. I'm so sorry for the sleeve. I couldn't I forgot to get the sleeve part. I wanted to attach elastic to the down part of the sleeve, but I just ended up leaving it like that. Just attach your 2 inches band. If you want to attach an elastic to the sleeve, no problem. So after everything, just attach it to your half length, that is the skirt part, and we are done. So sorry that I didn't get the sleeve part. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.